Welcome in. We are going to be finished. And then I've been thinking a lot on it. And we are going to start with Fallout 3. Because there's too many references that are made in New Vegas and 4 to skip over 3. And then the other thing is, we know that from the show that they're going to New Vegas. They've introduced the NCR. They've introduced the Brotherhood of Steel. And I'm kind of curious on if the Brotherhood of Steel is unified now. Because we saw blimps in the Fallout show. But there's only one Brotherhood of Steel chapter, because there's many chapters. There's only one chapter that has those. So, and that's the one from 3. So we're going to be starting with 3 right after we finish this. Just so everyone's aware of the game plan. Alright, let's go blow up this lyrium mine.
Watch your feet, everyone.
Someone help!
More deep stalkers. I'm sorry, deep stalkers should not hit that hard. Not when we've got tier 4 dragon armor and everything else built up. Deep stalkers should not hit that hard. All right.
We saw the Kunari make these things explode. Maybe we can use them to get out of here.
Alright, now that the fire's died. Now when you're detonating those, if you haven't detonated them before, you need to make sure that you give yourself distance because they will kill you.
Don't dwarven runes usually glow with lyrium or lava or whatever's running through the walls?
Let's try it. We made it.
The herald's down.
All right.
That doesn't sound good.
Keep feeling like I'm gonna bang my horns on this crap.
Are you at all concerned about fighting your people, Bull?
I'm not Kunari anymore. Whatever they're doing, I'm ready to stop. So don't worry, unless we run into Venatori.
That's fair.
Here they come!
There. We're gonna detonate this just so it gets out of our way. Run! Because I don't want all that going off when we're fighting through again. If we have to fight through again. Goodbye.
through one Kunari invasion, I was really hoping I'd never see another.
That's fair, Barrick. That's fair. That invasion you went through was pretty rough.
All this lyrium. If the Kunari wanted to make it
Wants to fight hordes of Arthurs and kill for it.
dwarves sinking dreadful all night.
Probably just arrived in the period of the war.
Of course. Silly of me to ask, really.
There's one of the mining platforms. Now we just need primers.
But do we? Yep, apparently we do.
This cavern is barely holding together.
Do you fear the dark?
Nope, I don't, actually. You should, though. Carpe Noctem. I know, I slaughtered that saying. It's Latin for seize the night. Right. Loot, loot, loot. What do we got? Alright, rare crafting materials.
What a well-oiled operation the Kunari have. I think we should explode it, don't you?
I don't know how, but I am losing tremendous amounts of health off of a single hit somewhere along the line.
So the things we need to make the Gatlock explode are in here? Excellent.
We're almost there.
Alright. Cerebos is down. see if there's any other loot over here. Maybe from the big guy? Yes? No? No? No. Okay. Raj. Okay. What else should we got? Everyone else is full. Grab that. Take those.
We've got the primers. Let's go explode some Gatlock.
I guess we didn't take the supply case. Cash. There we go. Next fight. Alright, got him. First things first. Alright. Alright, they're down. Wrap around this way and head on up. Tag this one.
Well, that certainly looks like a good spot for an explosion.
Alright.
That's it. Let's get out of here and warn the others about this Dragon's Breath plan.
I doubt the Oxmen or that rising floodwater will make it easy for us.
Go. So the floodwater is rising, yes. However, you should be good because it raises based on where you're at. So you don't have to worry about drowning.
Come closer. There's so much you don't see.
That barrel already looks bugged. We should see where that leads. Poor man.
And they got him.
He didn't make it far.
No, but at least he took quite a few with him. Gotta give the man credit where credit's due.
So, who gets to tell Cullen and Josephine we're probably at war with the Kyun? Anyone?
Don't look at me.
They're going to kill me.
Dragon's breath. The Kunari always enjoy their metaphors. But what does it mean?
Who knows? Canary agents moving through Illuvians to attack the south is bad enough already.
I still do not understand why they accused the Inquisition of serving Fenarel.
We know that Mythal actually exists. It's possible Fenharel is still here in some form, too.
What you describe in the ruins certainly implies that the Dread Wolf of Elven legend is a real person.
But how does that implicate us? What made them decide that the Inquisition serves this Fenharel?
Hopefully we will learn more after we have stopped them.
Let's see the Exalted Council try to disband the Inquisition after we've saved them from this dragon's breath.
We must find out what Dragon's Breath is first. For now, our only lead is the Canary leader, the Vidisala.
Gentlemen!
My apologies, Lady Josephine. There has been an incident with one of your soldiers.
How dare you? It was bad enough that the Inquisition chose not to inform the Exalted Council of the Kunari Corps.
Ole would have been happy to help with the matter.
But now your own guards are attacking servants? You have overstepped your bounds.
My plan to seize power in Ferelden would hardly start with soldiers scuffling in Orlais, Altegan.
While the Exalted Council is our foremost priority, the Inquisitor will, of course, address this matter personally.
Thank you, Inquisitor. Ole stands ready to assist the Inquisition, as always.
secrets and lies. Do you understand why we fear your Inquisition? You act as if you're the solution to every problem. How long before you drag us into another war?
Altegan, you've been less than useful. You've been less than useless, actually. In two separate countries where Ferelden's been under threat, so shut the hell up.
Your legions tried to take one of our people, Inquisitor. We've secured the area.
This is the Winter Palace. You cannot simply seize control when one of your guards attacks a servant.
The Inquisition is handling this. When some noble commits a crime of fashion, you can take over.
I only asked what he was doing.
And when I refused to bow to the Inquisition's dogs, you attacked me! How would you like us to handle the situation, Inquisitor?
That barrel there, where did it come from?
I was ordered to bring wine for the guests.
You're lying.
Your Inquisition soldiers are completely out of control.
No, we're in control. Keep talking and you'll find yourself in chains.
Please take the servant into custody.
Right away, Your Worship.
Inquisitor?
Ambassador Montillier will explain later. For now, please hold the servant for questioning.
As you say, Inquisitor. Lord Cyril will hear about this.
Inquisitor, I also found this by the barrel. I can't read the language.
Did you resolve the problem with the guard?
The guard is the least of our problems. Someone smuggled Gatlock barrels into the Winter Palace.
Smile, Inquisitor. There are many eyes upon us. At least now we know the true extent of the dragon's breath.
The guard who confronted the servant said she found this note near one of the barrels. It looks like Kunari writing.
Let me see. I picked some up from the Iron Bull, though I'm told my accent is atrocious. These are orders for positioning the Gatlock in the palace. When duty has been performed, report to the Vidisala through the mirror marked by a bookcase.
I've been hoping to meet the esteemed Vidisala. How nice of her to invite us over.
Good. While you do that, I will have agents locate the Gatlock barrels and remove them safely. I will also send word to my foreign contacts. We must see where else this dragon could strike.
Interesting. A dual blade. That's something I never thought about. The dual blade does AoE. Attack or armor pin? Let's go with attack. Armor pin. Crit chance. We're gonna go armor pin on that. And 6 peer. Crafting materials. I need 4 peer. One more! Let's go get it. Oh, I forgot to buy the lyrium. Alright. One, two, three.
Is there something you need?
Alright, let's put this together and see what it looks like. I can't put that rune on, that grip on. I did the wrong grip. Alright, let's try to find another grip. It has to say dual grip on it. Alright, let's try that. Put it back on there. There we go. Let's try them. Back in here.
Does internet porn know you're cheating on it?
Hey, thank you for the subscription, Gamer Who. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 22 months. Very nice, very nice. How you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. Let's try that. Let's see what that does. Hey, Hesky Watora, welcome in, welcome in. How you doing? How's your day? Yeah, we're maxed out on the heals. Alright. Wait a second. I don't have the rest upgraded. Okay. Oh. So my plan here, Husky Tora, is we're gonna finish up this DLC. We're about halfway through, a little over halfway through now, And when we finish up this DLC, then we'll be starting Fallout 3. That's the objective. Because I've decided that there's too many references to Fallout 3 for us to skip the game. Because there's a lot of things that they showed in the show and that are going to be in the New Vegas and in Fallout 4 that are references and Easter eggs and nods to Fallout 3. So we're going to start with Fallout 3. We're going to get through all of it and then go to New Vegas, and then we're going to go to Fallout 4. Alright, let's try these daggers. So these daggers are supposed to give me an AoE effect instead of a point target. I take some loss in damage output, but we'll see if the AoE makes up for it. Woo! I did good, thanks. I treated myself to a nice cup of coffee this morning. How are you doing? Very nice. Coffee's a good way to wake up, for sure. I personally do energy drinks, but when I was in the army, I used to do a lot of coffee. We actually, when we'd be in Afghanistan or like out in a training environment where you couldn't just go to the store and buy some new stuff or whatnot, and we'd run out of whatever stimulants we brought with us, the MREs, the meals ready to eat, the meals in the bag that the army gave us, had instant coffee grounds in there. So what me and the guys would do is we would end up taking the coffee grounds and dipping coffee grounds, the instant coffee. So you get the stimulant of the coffee without having the tools to be able to make coffee. And I am doing fantastically. I'm actually super excited to get through the Fallout series, and I have decided I'm gonna use. Hold on.
Ready when you are.
Ooh. Sorry, this is one of those fights where the boss is just a damage sponge, so I'll need to get through it, and combat's loud. Alright. So there are certain mods that I'm going to use with Fallout 4, but I'm still going to go through and do the quests and everything else. New Vegas obviously doesn't have mod support on console, but what we're going to do, what did we just pick up? Armor? See, look, this is what I mean by that bobblehead effect, right? Let's take that off. So this armor's nice, right? But let's like look at Iron Bull. He has this giant head and this super skinny arm and body. Yeah, it's an awful design. It's good equipment. It's just awful design. And it's part of the set too. Do I want that 1% heal on hit? I'm gonna take some serious... Let's try it and see what happens. We're taking a hit on our defenses for this, but we're supposed to heal 1% on hit. I wonder if there's a cooldown on that. Anyway, so New Vegas. We don't have any mod. There's no mod support for console for Fallout 3 and New Vegas, so those will be vanilla games. However, New Vegas, there's a specific way that any experienced New Vegas player starts the game, and it is the exact way the game strongly encourages you not to start. So when we do New Vegas, we will be doing that. What they typically want you to do is go down, wrap all the way down around the map, wrap all the way around, then come back up from the top, and then enter New Vegas. But if you take the shortcut and just go through a quarry to New Vegas, you can just skip all of that and just get it done right there. Now, here's the problem. The problem is the quarry is full of Deathclaws, and at level 1, Deathclaws will just stomp, and there is absolutely nothing you can do about it. So, you have to be able to navigate all of that without getting detected by Deathclaws, and it's a Deathclaw nest. So, like, there's tons of them. And you have to sneak through part of a super mutant camp. So that's another fun fight that you got to deal with. But it gets you straight to Vegas in the beginning.
An alluvion marked by a bookshelf. This should be it.
Good. Time to get some answers from the Vidasala.
The armor looks cool in the Inquisitor. It does look cool. I just wish that it sized the character model to be proportionate with their head. That's my only complaint, is I wish that it wouldn't give the bobblehead effect. But it does look cool. Because, like, I can craft that armor too, and if you craft it, it makes your characters look even skinnier and have even more of a bobblehead effect. So, like, that's the other problem with it.
It definitely saw a massive magical backlash some time ago.
Let's hope we can track down the Vidasala in all this.
Alright, so, fun fact. For those who wondered, well, you said Sandal was in all the games. Sandal is in all the games, and Sandal is in this DLC right here. So once you get to this point of the DLC, if you come all the way in the back, we see Dead Quinari, right? And we can loot, modify weapons, and then we read this, and it says, the very private diary of Sandal Fedek. Do not read. Enchantment. 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 Enchantment? Enchantment. 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 Enchantment? Enchantment! Enchantment! Enchantment? Yep. So there we go. This is the reference to Sandal, so that he has technically made an appearance now in all 3 Dragon Age games. So I hope they continue that tradition and having Sandal have an appearance or an Easter egg of some effect in Veilguard. Because so far, Sandal, just like Cullen and Liliana, have been in every single game. Morning Scare, how did you play MSG5 Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain? I did play Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain. I played the campaign, and I did some of the post-game stuff where you just run around and build up your little oil rig thing and max that out. And then I went to go try to play it again, and it starts me in the middle of a mission, and I can't get out of it. So I don't know what happened, or what I was doing, or how to restart the game to go through the story again. But I did play it. I did beat it. Oh my god, I learn constantly something new about the games in your streams. See, that's what I always strive for. Is like I like to learn like the little tiny Easter eggs and behind the scenes bits and lore that most people, like your average casual gamer's not gonna know, you know? So that way, if you're a casual gamer, you've played all these games already, you still have a new experience when you're here because you're able to learn things you may not have known, or vice versa, be able to share things that you guys might know. Because like Alistair's mother, I totally missed that because I hadn't read the books at that point yet. I've read them since, but Alistair's mother is Fiona. I had no idea that was Fiona until I think it was Curse Stephen Ledger that pointed it out to me, that that's who she was, because he had read the books. So that's what I enjoy doing these games, because it's like, for the most part, everyone's seeing the same things they've already seen, already done themselves, but it's the little tiny tidbits of Easter eggs and background knowledge and lore and behind the scenes stuff that make it a new experience, you know? So that way people are able to continue to enjoy the same thing that they already know how it ends. Gaming school with Scare. I love learning about all the details, right? Because it's like you want to play the game first. Fall in love with the game on your own, right? And then go and start learning all the little nuances about the game that you have fallen in love with. All right. Now, let's see if I can remember where it's at. There's a secret little vendor somewhere in here that's kind of important to talk to. Is it over here? Buy, sell. Yep, right here. Awesome little vendor. So this best defense, check that out. Enhance. Every 5th block with this shield wall deals massive damage to enemies in an area. So if you're playing like a shield bash build, so obviously you can see that the crafting, the one from, I don't know why they use the Templar shield as the icon, it's not. It's the Great Shield from the Deep Roads DLC. So if you craft it using dragon bits and all of that, obviously this is stronger. However, over here, this is doing damage every time you block, and if you're being a good tank, you're constantly blocking. So this is a fun little tool to get if you do a tank playthrough. Super expensive, as you can see, but totally cool. Oh yeah, I took that. I was like, wait a second, why is that off? I took that off. That's why. Corrupting rune. Alright, we're good.
Andaran Atishan, Methadra Elven. More ancient Elven.
If you wish, honored Elven, I will speak so your guests understand. I am study. I am a learning thirst. Come, know what has not been lost. New words, new stories. The Kunari would not approach, but we learned their words as well. If you wish to exchange knowledge, they congregate by the lower gate.
I'm looking for a Kunari named Vidasala. Do you know what she wants here?
Vidasala, yes. She uses scholars and mages for study. They fear this place, but they seek to know the Veil.
What does Vidasala want to know about the Veil?
I regret I do not have more information. I am sundered from myself. If you discover another one of me nearer the Kunari, I may know more. Kindly give it my greetings. I have not thought with myself for some time.
That's such a weird concept. Could you imagine that, not being able to think with yourself?
We'll be going now.
Like, that would probably be an agonizing hell.
Not of the Kunari. Recently woke the librarians.
An unknown person. Could this be our agent of Fen'Harel?
The librarians facilitated learning before the fracture, before the fall. Now, beware them. They are unwell.
Alright.
There, Kunari. On that upside-down island.
Looks like a camp up there. Down there? Shit, this place is weird.
That repaired some steps. Let's look around for more. The inverted alluvion must lead to the Kunari.
Alright. Right down here. Woo!
Did you notice? Your anchor is flaring up near magic. Elven magic.
What does that mean?
I'm not sure. Tell us if it gets worse.
Alright, so you can see, here's your video game clues for those who are new to gaming. Supply caches, they put 2 of them here, and we have not encountered a single enemy, so we know that we're going to come back here at some point and have some big boss fight. We can also see the Gatlock around the area, so we have to keep that in mind and not fight too closely to any of the Gatlock barrels, because again, they explode. So, keep that in mind. Scout areas before in video games whenever you get the opportunity. It'll allow you to plan attacks. Like, for example, using the Gatlock in the area, pushing enemies up against it, and then hitting it with, like, electricity or fire explosive area damage. That should set the Gatlock off. Or if you got a really beefy tank and you've got some guard and some barrier, hey, go ahead and just shield ram that, you know? It'll work in fights. Alright, let's hit this one first. Oh. We can't see you yet, Raj. We'll be back for you. All right. One. I want to take the low ground first, and then maybe we can come out the high ground. So that way when we go do this one, we come out with a height advantage to whatever we're going to face. Ah, this. I gotta remember how to do this one. Make sure there's nothing lootable. Always, always, always. Especially in the DLC. The DLC, if it is your first time playing it, I cannot stress this enough. Be extra thorough with looting in the DLC.
These Kunari are dead, but there's not a mark on them.
Backs hunched, eyes wide open. They were scared shitless when they died.
Welcome, welcome. Listen to the last words of those who lived past the fall. How could the dread wolf cast a veil between the world that wakes and the world that dreams? The Evenuris will send people. They will save us. When have you last heard from the gods? When the veil came down, they went silent. What is this veil? What has Fen'Harel done?
Are these records saying Fen'Harel created the veil between our world and the Fade?
They're saying some guy just made the veil? We must have been ass deep in demons before then.
If it's true, that means the Fade and the waking world were once one and the same.
It's true. But, like, also think about the implications of that, right? So one dude who emphasized that he's not a god, who's a mage, had enough power to just create the veil. Imagine having to fight that at its full strength.
Floating crap, magic mirror crap, evil demon crap. This is like the Fade, only with falling to your death on top. When this is over, I'm gonna need somebody to hit me with a stick again.
I'm not sure whether I want that to be a metaphor or not.
Whatever works for you, Tiny.
Next time we get the gang back together, let's do a dragon instead. Dragons are fun.
I mean, he's not wrong. Woo, we made it through. Fire's Veilfire, but where is the Veilfire?
Hang on, boss!
Where, oh, where is the Veilfire at? Oh, where can you
This
be?
looks like technical notes? What did the Kunari come here to learn?
They're real technical. I can't make out any either. Something about magic. That's it.
I recognize some formulas. The Kunari are trying to prove theoretical magic of some kind.
Where is it? It requires Veilfire, so there's got to be Veilfire nearby. Am I just missing it? No, it's not dinging either. And it's got to be somewhere we can walk with it. Can we go through... That's an interesting question. Can we go through the Veneris, or however it's pronounced? Can we go through that with Veilfire? Because if we can, that's how we get our Veilfire. If we can't, then I have no clue. Let's come back to this one. Let's try to find Veilfire, and then we'll come back to it.
These blocks are heading toward that upside-down illusion.
Creepy. Helpful, but creepy.
Strange. Yeah, I don't... If I push this, we'll make one appear. No? Huh. Let's go see if there's one back in the previous area. Because there's got to be Veilfire nearby. Do you guys got Veilfire? Oh, hey guys. Ooh. I am liking these movements a lot better. So maybe that's the trick. You gotta do the dual blades as well with this. It's weaker, but the movement is more fluid. Alright, where is Veilfire? Dorian, can you interact with any of these? Light them up, maybe? No? Oh. Woo! Got him. No? Nothing? Okay. We'll come back. We will find some Veilfire.
That's really not getting better, boss.
The pain stopped.
It keeps coming back.
Did this one stop now? Still no? 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 Okay. Man, where is this Veilfire? Now we'll come. Now when we come back and we have to fight whatever's going to be in there, we'll have the high ground to start out. No? Don't have to fight it? Cool. They touched honeycomb. I know there's nothing on there, and I know that I can't make that jump. But you know, the gamer part of me goes, well, maybe. Anything back here? No, no, no. Alright. We have a down and we have an up. Let's clear the up. Okay. Nothing so far. That's gonna change.
More dead Kunari with terrified expressions.
Okay, so that's the correct way. And the up is clear. It's clear down now. Right. More alluvions. Well, let's take this one because the other one has the archivist, and That's obviously the correct direction. Let's come on over here. Nothing. Actually, that's the one we came from. It's a big wraparound. Okay, so I guess we don't have a choice. Because it's a big giant wraparound. And still no Veilfire. Because, like, even if there was Veilfire and I just missed it, me doing this would still highlight it if it was in the area. And it didn't happen.
Welcome, and listen to the last words of those who walked this place. If we get out of here, I will end Fen'Haral. After he held back the sky to imprison the gods, the dread wolf disappeared. Lies. We must tear down the veil, the cities, the pathways. Without magic, they're crumbling. You're wasting your time. Fen'Haral's veil has turned our empire to ruins.
So, the ancient elven empire collapsed because the veil weakened magic.
If the old elves relied on magic even more than the Vince, no wonder things went to crap when it dried up.
Do you realize what this means? What this place is? The actual history of the elves could change everything.
It could. Absolutely. And if the elves maybe had records of their history that wasn't constantly destroyed and erased, they could learn from their mistakes too and stop repeating the same exact cycle of pissing off people that continue to just stomp on them. That's a rune. So there's got to be Veilfire around here somewhere.
What the? I never wrote this. You think we could take a couple of these books back with us?
Unfortunately, I don't believe any of these are physical objects. They're ideas. You just see them as books.
How about we just leave all the creepy fade shit where we found it?
Even if you could take them out of here, they're probably written in ancient Elven, which not even my people can read.
I've never read an elven novel. I wonder what kind of stories they told.
That's a fair question. What would their stories be shaped like if they had maintained their culture and their history and their empire, you know? Would they be just like normal human stories? Or would they have their own hallmarks that make them elven? Alright. Still no Veilfire.
That should be enough stairs. Let's see if we can reach the inverted illuvian now.
How about we tell me where the Veilfire is, and that way I can come back here and get this rune that's over here. See, there's a rune right there.
Look at this place. Now that we have so many samples, how hard would it be to build illuvians of our own?
Oh, I knew this one apostate in Kirkwall you would have gotten along with like a house on fire.
After these past few years, it would just be good to create something magical that is also helpful for a change.
A Christmas story told by an elf, written by Solus. There you go. There's so much about cultures that are lost whenever they collapse. It's actually quite disheartening. It took 3 of you backstabbing me to instantly kill me? Wow. Alright. Still no Veilfire. I don't know if Solus really counts, because Solus is technically a god. Alright, what are we fighting? There they are.
They're the librarians.
Not good.
Siram Viramas, Chivera Milva.
One down.
Deltosh.
Two down. Three down. Four down. Alright, let's see. Is it lit yet? Nope. See if maybe we got some Veilfire around here. Was there Veil? No, there wasn't any Veilfire back there. Where, oh where have you hidden Veilfire? Where, oh where can it be?
Survivor of the breach, herald of change, hero of the South.
The Vidasala, I presume.
After fulfilling your purpose at the breach, it is astonishing to hear you still walked free among your people. Your duty is done, Inquisitor. It is time to end your magic.
I've defeated all your Ben Hasrath so far.
So you have. The repercussions have already begun. I am no stranger to catastrophe, but this chaos in the South defies comprehension. The Qun left your people to curb your own magic. You've amply proven we should have stepped in long ago.
Is that what Dragon's Breath is for? Murdering our heads of state just to control our magic?
Do you believe closing the breach solved everything? That its consequences stopped there? The day we saw the breach, the Qun decided its action. We would remove your leaders and spare those who toil. This agent of Fenharel has disrupted everything. Lives that were to be spared, lost for him.
Who is this agent? Why do you think they work for the Inquisition?
Kill the Inquisitor, then follow me to the Dargarad.
All right. Woo! All right, there we go.
No wonder the Kunari translated notes into our language. It was for their non-Kunari spies.
They'd have to. Kunlat's not an easy one to learn.
All right, there we go. Come down here. Loot, loot, loot.
These are Vidisala's papers. She brought mages here to research strengthening the Veil.
A way to clamp down magic. No wonder she's here.
It explains why the Kunari thought it was worth camping here.
I've been watching the TV Mayans MC. They put on Disney Plus here in the UK. Very nice. I watched 2, maybe 3 seasons of it. I watched all of Sons of Anarchy, but I knew some of the people in it, so but Mayans, I only watched like 2 or 3 seasons and then I stopped watching it for some reason. Can't remember why I stopped. Okay. A chest I can't interact with. Very nice.
Visitors, patrons,
There it
welcome.
is.
The halls are open.
Can you tell me where a Kunari called Vidisala?
So what do you think of the show so far?
We heard much, although she fooled herself into thinking we could not hear. Take a keystone to the Davarad. I will join you there soon and take stock of our remaining Gatlock powder.
I found a keystone with one of the Kunari.
Yes, and you need words for their key. Maras Nira. It glows. It will open the way to the Davarad. May you find what you seek. In coming here, you strengthen the paths. I can now raise one, if you wish to go.
You've been very helpful.
Gildethan was what the Elven called me. One who guides seekers of knowledge true. I was connection. One city could read the records of another, one Elven feel the memories of another. When the veil fell upon us, I marked the end of all they knew.
All right.
You've got to find the Starverad and corner Vidasala there.
I'm enjoying it. I'm halfway through season 4. Watched whole season in. Very nice. Very nice. I still am not seeing any freaking Veilfire. Surprisingly and sadly. Let's try this one more time. No. Nothing. I cannot remember for the life of me how to activate that. Now, when I was in Germany, they had weird motorcycle rules. Like in the United States, for example, you can just go down to the DMV, the Department of Motor Vehicles, and apply for a motorcycle license, and then go take a test, and there you go. If you pass everything, you can have a motorcycle license. When I was in Germany and Italy, they had rules where it was you had to have a scooter license for a year first before you could apply for a motorcycle license. Do they have something similar to that in over in I just figured it out. Oh god damn it, I just figured it out. Okay, let's go back. Do they have something similar to that in the UK, where you have to have a scooter license first before you can have a motorcycle license? Or a moped? I think I figured this out. Let's see if I'm right. Will you guys stay here if I go through the Alluvian? No, I think if you want a bike license, you just take a test and you have to pass for a license. Okay. Nope, it will not stay in place. Stay. So my theory here is if I push the button, it'll light up the thing down there. And allow me to grab Veilfire. Because the eyes stay on for a little while. It does. Will it stay lit if I light it myself? I wonder if it'll stay lit. Haha! I figured out how to get Veilfire. I'm glad I thought of that. All right. Woo! Now let's go over to the other side and get the rune. Did you get to see the Sons of Anarchy show? Did you watch all of that one? They stay lit. Look at that. So that's how you do that. Woo! Now we'll go over here and get the rune. See if we can find it again. Yeah, it was Sons about 3 times. Nice. I love the fact that Sons actually got real Hell's Angels to be in it. Woo! Oh. There we go. So that's what that rune is. All right. Now that we've gotten that all resolved and taken care of, we head back to the Winter Palace. There we go. Do 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 do. Come this way, back down, then that's the exit down there. We gotta dye this armor too. It's gotta be Inquisition colors. You know, they always make out the Chronari to be like this big, bad, scary, overwhelming military force. But then every time that they've introduced Chronari, in the Dragon Age series, the Kunari just get stomped on. I would like to see them actually win so that it can justify their big military scary reputation that they have.
Your agents confirm there are Gatlock battles in Denerin's palace?
Yes, and in Val Royeaux and across the Free Marches. The Winter Palace is not the only target.
The Qunari are one order from destroying every noble house in the known world.
Oh, there is a bright side. Warning the ambassadors will remind them of the Inquisition's value.
Not when the Inquisition is responsible for that threat.
I take it you have new information?
The elven servant handling the barrels confessed to working for the Qunari.
But the servant was Orlesian. That implicates Orlais, not us.
But the barrels arrived at the Winter Palace on the Inquisition supply manifest.
How are we supposed to fight a war when we can't even trust our own people?
Do you know who got the barrels onto the Inquisition manifest?
Yes, several of the Inquisition's elven workers have gone missing. I had their backgrounds checked. They joined the Inquisition after fleeing the chaos in Kirkwall.
I remember when Kirkwall was at its worst. Many of the city's elves converted to the Qun, trying to find a better life.
And the Qunari turned them into spies.
We can't change what happened, only how we react to it now.
I fought to protect the Inquisition in this exalted council. And for what? So we could deceive and threaten those we claimed to protect?
Once we locate the spies...
This isn't about the spies. You hid the Qunari body. You've all but seized control of the Winter Palace.
We did what was right, not what was politically convenient.
Do you know what this has cost us with Orlais and Ferelden? They are planning to dismantle us as we speak. And perhaps they are right.
It's fine. It's under control for now. But we don't have a lot of time. I need to get to the Darverat.
Thank you, Inquisitor.
Would you like us to inform the Exalted Council of the danger?
Yes. If we fail, the Exalted Council needs to know what happened.
I will inform them personally.
Leliana, I can...
No, your job is hard enough already. This is my responsibility.
I'll have guards ready at the Illuvian, in case the Qunari attack the palace.
Make her watch over you.
Woo!
I should look around.
Why? Is there a loot? Like, I didn't see a search notification. Strange. Alright, let's go clean up the inventory. And if we're gonna do this, gotta do it in uniform, you know? So let's fix the armor. Alright. Replenish our potions. Let's go. I just want to point out, nobody else brought their armies with them. Only the Inquisition brought their army with them. I thought that was pretty telling as far as the message they wanted to convey. All right.
Nightingale told us what happened with your hand.
We all knew this was probably our last time out together. Let's make it a good one.
All right, Bianca. Let's show all the tall people how it's done. One last time.
Enjoy me while you can. I expect...
You'll miss me terribly later. I will, Dorian. And you better be coming back in the next game, Dorian. We're going to Tevinter after all. There's some characters that really better make cameos. Like, Fenris better come back. Dorian better come back. Iron Bull, who should be the canon romance for Dorian, should come back. You know, like, these are characters that we want to see, that would be logical to see.
Look at this. It's an Alluvian graveyard.
Where did the Kunari get all these? How long have they been studying Alluvians? The sooner we stop this invasion plan, the better.
Shit, I didn't put those back on. Was there not a... Oh well. It's fine. I didn't put the, I didn't use a master crafting item on these daggers that I'm running, so I didn't put the hidden...
Oh shit, that can't be good. You alright?
We should hurry. Here they come.
The hidden... Oh, come on.
Wish I could say I'm surprised that Vitasala wants to murder everyone, but it makes sense. We tell stories about how corrupt the South is. Who wouldn't want to kill the evil nobles and save the people?
Alright. The hidden blades on hit, the 10%, I forgot to put that on these ones. Damn it. It's fine, it's the last mission anyways.
Watch the patrol. You want to take them out one at a time, fast, or we'll have a mess on our hands.
Alright. It's 2 down. Got him.
That's quite the door.
Alright, before we go deal with the door, where is my torch? I guess my torch went away. Alright, well, we got one more combat bit, and then we'll go back and get the torch. Let's do it! Alright.
Red Lyrium. Do the Kunari have any idea what they're dealing with?
No. They might think they do, but they don't.
Is that an astrarium? How did the Kunari move it here?
And one of those weird keys you can only find with a tranquil skull.
Balefire. All right, go up. Hey, welcome in, welcome in. How you doing? All right, read, take, go up. We're on the last mission of the post-game DLC, and then when we wrap this up, we're going to be starting Fallout 3. It's like that, Brazier. Read.
That didn't work. That didn't work.
No? One sees the hunter, one flees from it. One hunts it in turn. One outwits them all.
That didn't work.
I see two. So let's try the deer and then the owl? I mean, then the dragon? Doing well, how are you? I'm doing fantastic. And so we're wrapping up this DLC here, and then I'm excited to get into the Fallout series. And there you go. Opened. And now you can loot this. The bloody bargain. Rampage on kill. Movement and attack speed is increased by 10% for 30 seconds. Stacks up to 5 times. Very nice. Alright. Open this door. We gotta figure out this puzzle.
That's it. Get them all like that and we're in.
It's open. Let's go.
All right, there we go. Now, there's two ways to complete this mission. we're gonna do the quick way so we can get over to Fallout 3. Don't know why you guys kept the detonators in them. That was just asking for them to be used against you. Come on, doesn't anyone teach you safety protocols for storing explosives? I think that'd be a common sense one. Don't leave them armed. Alright. Read. We just picked up the storage key, so now we can come back up here and open this door. No physical effects in combat. Alright. Alright.
Crap. Come on. We have to get you out of here.
Look at all this. The Canary text is gibberish, but it looks a great deal like they're cataloging artifacts. How many ruins must they have found to produce so much? What are they doing with it?
Yep. Oh, man.
Morrigan said the key to an Illuvian could be anything, including knowledge or power. So they're stockpiling both. That's how we got the keystone and opened so many of the Illuvians we've seen.
Hopefully they don't have any more ancient magic crap to throw at us. That dragon skull would make a wicked armchair, though. Maybe we could take it back.
So, there's two ways to do this. There's those little flames on the ground. There's ways that you can move the flames to let the dragon out. Or you can just kill the dragon.
Breath is an actual dragon?
Tethar, Vaz.
Inquisition! Nira Atasia Sara! Miraba Sadim Kata! Hisrat, now! Please! Vinekatas!
Not a chance, ma'am.
Now, if you didn't do Bull's quest, or you sided with the Qunari, that right there would have been the moment that Bull betrays you. Right before you go into a dragon fight. Got it.
Are you all right, Bull?
The Iron Bull is just fine. When this is over, drinks are on me. Probably a lot of them. All right, break time's over. Let's do this.
No? Not gonna let me jump up there and get it? No? Oh shit. All right, there we go. We'll just leave those alone. Read. Everybody drinks a health potion. Guess Bull doesn't need one. Supplies replenished. Let's do it. So the way you free the dragon
So, boss, we're gonna fight the dragon.
is you turn these things.
This dragon's in bad shape. Seems like kicking a wounded puppy. You know, the giant fire-breathing kind.
We will not let you cut down the Atashi.
And you gotta take Bull, or if you're an archer or a warrior, you can do this. But those... This right here, you need them to attack this. Nope. You're not gonna destroy it? Okay, so then we gotta do it the other way. Go, 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 go.
Atashi Itwa, Kerasal.
Nope, not the ones I need to move. Run! That's the one we moved. Let's check the other one. Because those back flames need to move.
There's a bunch of crap stopping it from moving, boss.
Do 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 do. Yep, nope. It's not gonna do it right now, and I don't feel like fussing with this dragon to make it come over here and stomp everything. Woo! Come on.
You've got it. It's opening.
Halfway there, boss. We've got the gate. Let's open the barriers.
Okay, come on. Let's... Nope. No. No. Stop pulling me. No, 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 no. Yep, it's not gonna do it. Oh, man. Alright, I guess we're killing the dragon. Because it's not letting us destroy this. You gotta get the dragon to smash it. I just can't remember how to trigger that.
Hashara! Dear Inquisitor, you have such little time left. You must finally see the truth. Elven magic already tore the sky apart. If the agents of Fen'Harel are not stopped, you will shatter the world as well.
Whatever you think I've done, mass assassination isn't a good moral high ground.
The South was poisoned by these elves' manipulations. It suffers just as you do now. You would have died from the mark on your hand, but for the help of one of their chief agents. The same agent who helped seal the breach. Who led you to Skyhold, who gave Corypheus the orb, then founded the Inquisition. Soulless, agent of Fen'Harel.
Damn it, Chuckles. What have you done?
Whatever Solus is involved in, I am nobody's puppet.
Even now, you refuse to see the strings. Solus tricked us all. He pushed a dying Qunari into the Winter Palace to lure you into opposing us. Without him, we could have brought the South peace and wisdom along the gentle path. Now we must take the way of blades. Panahayden, Inquisitor. If it is any consolation, Solus will not outlive you.
Whatever else, Solus was one of us. I won't leave him for Vidasala.
Come on, the Vidasala can't be too far ahead.
Now, the mass assassination plan of killing all the heads of all of the countries and governments and everything all in one shot would cause chaos. There would not be a unified front initially to oppose the Qunari, but the Qunari would still have to advance their army down to quell the chaos that caused.
It's going to. Everyone back.
And there's going to be people that...
Stop this before it kills you. Assuming we find him, maybe Chuckles can help. Chuckles, who apparently works for Fen'Harel. It's always the quiet ones.
And there's always going to be those that just outright oppose any idea of an outside entity coming and govern them or taking their countries over. So no matter what, there's still going to be bloodshed. It's still going to require your troops. Okay. And get Dorian up. I don't know what these dudes are doing, but these shield guys, anytime they get close to me, they can take one hit and almost kill me. 2 hits and I'm down for some reason. I don't know that I care for that.
There's the big Sarabas who's always with the Vidasala.
Of course. Get up. Of course. Try this again. Oh no! At least it's not an online game, because that would have been an awful place for the batteries to die. Alright, let's try this again. All right. Any more sneaky? Ah, deal with that. Oh shit. I gotta remember to discharge that. All right, let's go. Woo! Goodbye. Okay, that was fun. Woo, that was a fight. Supplies replenished. Alright, let's do it.
The big guy's headed our way.
Is that all you've got? I went through Sahara, you little
Oh, my goodness. Can I get her? I can. I finally know most of the hinterlands minus the shards and the dragon. I will say this: the shards are totally worth it. They give you passive experience, passive resistances to all the elements. So it is totally worth it to make sure you get all of them. See what he's gonna do.
Looks like he's off the leash.
You will not leave here, Inquisitor. Antam, Ibrashak Adi.
Yeah, I've got other plans. I don't know if you know that or not. Let's go, let's go, let's go. All right. Why are you guys running?
We need to hurry.
I got an idea. It's gonna hurt. How's about that? Got him. All right. I'm surprised that didn't actually hurt me doing it next to all that Gatlock. I figured the Gatlock would kill me in the process. All right, let's get on in there.
You are dead, Inquisitor. Your soul
Am I?
is dust.
I have my doubts. Get to it. The moment we've all waited for.
Ebesit kata, etwa ost.
Maraskata!
Your forces have failed. Leave now and tell the Canary to trouble me no further.
Solus.
That should give us more time. I suspect you have questions.
The Kunari were trying to kill you. I wanted to get here first.
I know. They sought an agent of Fan Harel. I am no one's agent but my own. I fear that the truth is much simpler and much worse than the Canary believe.
You're Fen Harel.
I was Solus first. Fan Harel came later. An insult I took as a badge of pride. The Dread Wolf inspired hope in my friends, and fear in my enemies. Not unlike Inquisitor, I suppose. And now you know. What is the old Baelish curse? May the Dread Wolf take you?
Our legends about you are wrong. I saw the truth as we traveled the crossroads.
You saw another story, written in desperation to give me more credit than I ever deserved.
If you had just told me...
Then you would carry the same burden I do.
I want to. Magellana Venan.
I sought to set my people free from slavery to would-be gods. I broke the chains of all who wished to join me. The false gods called me Fen Harel, and when they finally went too far, I formed the Veil and banished them forever. Thus I freed the Elven people, and in so doing, destroyed their world.
Time to choose the Templars. Okay. So here's the thing that I'm going to say with the Templars. You're going to run into a character named Sir Brian. You ran into him at Val Royeaux. Now, you judge people throughout this game. You need to pay attention to the war table when you get to the castle after you've sided with the Templars, because what's going to end up happening is you'll progress through Sir Brian and the Templars questline on the war table, and eventually it'll get to a point where you can promote Sir Brian. However, if you don't have anybody to judge, you can't promote him. It's a glitch in the game. So you want to make sure you have at least one person sitting around ready for judgment so that you can promote him later.
You love the Fade. Why would you create the Veil to hide it all away?
Because every alternative was worse.
Meaning?
Had I not created the Veil, the Evanurus would have destroyed the entire world.
You banished the false gods. You didn't kill them.
You met Mythol, did you not? The first of my people do not die so easily. The Evanurus are banished forever, paying the ultimate price for their misdeeds.
You said that the Elven gods went too far. What did they do that made you move against them?
They killed Mythol. A crime for which an eternity of torment is the only fitting punishment.
I thought Mythal was one of the Evanurus.
She was the best of them. She cared for her people. She protected them. She was a voice of reason. And in their lust for power, they killed her.
How did creating the Veil destroy the world?
You saw the remains of Via de Thara. The library was intrinsically tied to the Fade, and the Veil destroyed it. There were countless other marvels, all dependent on the presence of the Fade, all destroyed. Your legends are half right. We were immortal. It was not the arrival of humans that caused us to begin aging. It was me. The Veil took everything from the elves. Even themselves.
The Evanurus were elven mages. How did they come to be remembered as gods?
Slowly. It started with a war. War breeds fear. Fear breeds a desire for simplicity. Good and evil, right and wrong, chains of command. After the war ended, generals became respected elders, then kings, finally gods. The Evanurus.
That's the past. What about the future?
I lay in dark and dreaming sleep while countless wars and ages passed. I woke still weak a year before I joined you. My people fell for what I did to strike the Evanurus down. But still, some hope remains for restoration. I will save the elven people, even if it means this world must die.
Let me help you, Solus.
I cannot do that to you, Vanan.
But you would do it to yourself? I cannot bear to think of you alone.
I walk the Dinan Shiral. There is only death on this journey. I would not have you see what I become. It is my fight. You should be more concerned about the Inquisition. Your Inquisition. In stopping the Dragon's Breath, you have prevented an invasion by Qunari forces. With luck, they will return their focus to Tevinter. That should give you a few years of relative peace.
The Qunari said the Inquisition was unknowingly working for agents of Fen'Harel.
I gave no orders.
You led us to Skyhold.
Corypheus should have died unlocking my orb. When he survived, my plans were thrown into chaos. When you survived, I saw the Inquisition as the best hope this world had of stopping him. And you needed a home. Hence, Skyhold.
You gave your orb to Corypheus?
Not directly. My agents allowed the Venatori to locate it. The orb had built up magical energy while I lay unconscious for millennia. I was not powerful enough to open it. The plan was for Corypheus to unlock it, and for the resulting explosion to kill him. Then I would claim the orb. I did not foresee a Tevinter Magister having learned the secret of effective immortality.
What would have happened if Corypheus had died, and you'd recovered the orb?
I would have entered the Fade using the mark you now bear. Then I would have torn down the veil. As this world burned in the raw chaos, I would have restored the world of my time. The world of the elves.
If you destroyed the veil, wouldn't the false gods be freed?
I had plans.
I never thought of you as someone who would do that, Solus.
Thank you. You must understand. I awoke in a world where the veil had blocked most people's conscious connection to the Fade. It was like walking through a world of tranquil.
We aren't even people to you?
Not at first. You showed me that I was wrong. Again. That does not make what must come next any easier.
Whatever your reasons, we couldn't have defeated Corypheus without you.
Your doubts are misplaced. Everything you accomplished, you earned.
What's wrong with the Inquisition?
You created a powerful organization. And now it suffers the inevitable fate of such. Betrayal and corruption.
It's not that simple.
Do you know how I discovered the Qunari plot? The plot I disrupted by leading them to your doorstep. The Qunari spies in the Inquisition tripped over my spies in the Inquisition. The Elven Guard who led you to the Qunari body? Who intercepted the servant with the Gatlock barrel? Mine.
Why bother disrupting the Qunari plot if you're going to destroy the world regardless?
You have shown me that there is value in this world, Inquisitor. I take no joy in what I must do. Until that day comes, I would see those recovering from the breach free of the Qun.
Why?
Because I am not a monster. If they must die, I would rather they die in comfort. In any event, it is done.
I guess we owe you for that one too.
I hope it gives your people some final peace.
You control the Illuvians now.
Yes. You remember Briala from Halam Shiral? For a time, she controlled part of the labyrinth. One of my agents was supposed to take it from her, but he did not succeed. I had to override the magic personally. The Qunari stumbled upon this section independently. With them gone, the Illuvians are now mine.
There's still the matter of the anchor. It's getting worse.
I know, Venan. And we are running out of time. The mark will eventually kill you. Drawing you here gave me the chance to save you. At least for now.
Solus. Varlath Vir Suladin.
I wish it could, Venan. My love. I will never forget you.
Something must be done, but we cannot lose the Inquisition now. We stand on the brink of war with the Qunari.
Yes, because this Solas provoked them in the first place.
The Inquisition did not cause this threat. We informed the Summit of the danger.
The danger posed by Qunari spies inside your organization.
Without our organization, you would not be alive to complain.
No one has forgotten what you have done. But Corypheus is 2 years dead.
If the Inquisition is to continue, it must do so as a legitimate organization, not a glorified mercenary band.
Inquisitor.
You all know what this is? A writ from Divine Justinia authorizing the formation of the Inquisition. We pledge to close the breach, find those responsible, and restore order, with or without anyone's approval. The Inquisition saved the people of Ferelden when you couldn't. We are not disbanding. And we are certainly not submitting to an emperor who only sits on his throne because we put him there. There's worse coming than anything you've yet seen. So we'll play nice. We'll bow. But not to you. The Inquisition will act as Divine Victoria's personal honor guard. Answering directly to her, we will transition from a military force into a peacekeeping organization. My own adventuring days may be done, but the Inquisition and its mission will continue.
Over the next several months, the Inquisition carefully gave over many of their duties it had. As the Divine's personal guard and peacekeeping force, the Inquisition shrank to a more manageable size. Many who had served went home, though the remaining forces were still enough to give pause to any who might threaten the Divine's plans. Those who served the new Inquisition were tested and checked thoroughly in hope of ferreting out any more spies within its ranks. With Dragon's Breath disrupted, any hope of a swift victory dashed, the Qunari retreated back to the north. For few knew what debates were waged in Pal Volin, but not long after the Exalted Council, the Qunari launched new attacks against Tevinter. Their aggression caught the already unstable Imperium off guard. Tevinter was soon mired in a war many feared could spread across Thedas. The Exalted Council remained intact, advising Divine Victoria on important matters. Cassandra served for several years. While she often disagreed with Liliana's policies, the former right and left hands of the Divine shared a mutual respect and worked well together. The end of the Inquisition, as it had been shockwaves throughout the College of Enchanters, Madame Defer ably played on the mage's fears, which is Vivian. Her followers united to build new circle with Vivian as its Grand Enchanter in direct competition with the colleges. The College of Enchanters that the mages summoned, or started up after the circles were disbanded. What the circle lacked in numbers, they made up in political connections. Soon they were a force to be reckoned with. The two institutions settled into an uneasy coexistence across the South, vying for power. After the Exalted Council, Liliana devoted herself fully to the Sunburst throne and her dream of reshaping the Chantry. Within a year, she removed restrictions surrounding Chantry priesthood, allowing men and women of all races to be initiated and ordained. This decree was followed swiftly by her decision to return Chanticle of Sharatan to the canonical chant, and a move that divided the Andrastians deeply. A rebellion to renounce her and return to the Chantry to its former state arose, beginning first in Orlais and then spreading through other parts of Thedas. As quickly as it began, the rebellion faltered. While most agreed that the rebellion collapsed due to infighting, some whispered that the Divine herself engineered its failure. Which, I mean, she has the connections to do so, she has the networks to do so, and the loyalties to do so. The rebellion fractured in a number of separate cells, some of which limped on for several months before disappearing into obscurity. Varric took up the role of Viscount, and with his help of his friend Hawk, rebuilt Kirkwall's damaged infrastructure. Under his rule, the city-state finally resumed its place as a major trade hub of the Free Marches. He continued to ignore all mail both from the Merchants Guild and the Prince of Starkhaven. With the Inquisition in its new role, the Bulls Chargers returned to taking jobs throughout Orlais and Ferelden. Fighting demons and clearing out the remains of Venatori forces, the Iron Bull did his part to restore order to Thedas. After the Inquisition transitioned to a peacekeeping role, Cullen continued to serve as commander of its forces. Under his leadership, the Inquisition protected the Divine's interests while enforcing new standards of security. Cullen also expanded the Chantry's treatment for Templars whose minds were taken by lyrium, as well as those who wished to cease lyrium usage. That's pretty cool. Set up a rehab facility for these guys. And as the chaos reigned in the north, threats to the Divine lurked in every shadow. Cullen remained ready to serve. Cullen would be lost without a purpose. He can't retire. Dorian returned to Deventer to take his father's place in the Magisterium, which is why he should be in the next game. As rumors flew about the Imperium's infighting, Dorian was spoken of often as the voice of resistance against corruption. Along with the Magisters Maravellis Telani, he formed a group called Lucerian to restore and redeem Deventer, a fight many thought hopeless. After easing the Inquisition's transition into the Chantry, Josephine returned to Antiva and her family. In a few years, Josephine's parents stepped down and Josephine became the official head of House Montalais. She devoted her time to managing the estate's finances and navigating the social whirl of Antiva. After the events of the Winter Palace, elves left the Inquisition under mysterious circumstances, as did elven servants across Thedas. None could say where they went, but those believed the Inquisitor's story about Fen'Haral wondered just how large the Dreadwolf's forces were. And what the ancient elven rebel had planned. Well, he told us what he had planned, so that there's no wondering there. He was very clear on what he was doing to do. He's going to tear down the veil. Llewellyn sometimes came awake from dreams in which her lover watched her sadly from across an endless distance. That's your character, just referring to Solus. If there were more than simple dreams she could not say, for every time she reached for him, he vanished into nothing. Still she reached, and dreamed, and waited for the way to change the Dreadwolf's heart.
My agents have found nothing. With the Illuvians, he could be anywhere.
Maintaining the Inquisition, even as a peacekeeping force, leaves us vulnerable to agents of the Dread Wolf.
But also gives us the strength to respond.
We will need to be careful.
Solus knows everything about us. Who we are, how we work, our strengths and weaknesses.
Then we find people he doesn't know. We will save our friend from himself. If we can.
Boom, there we go. Wait, from what I was told, Solus takes a souvenir from the Inquisitor. Does that only happen if you aren't involved with him? Never mind, I just saw the cutscene. Guess it happens before the last cutscene was... So what ends up happening is the magic in the anchor flares up right at the end of the cutscene there. And when that takes place, it's implied that the arm is taken with his magic as he leaves. So, that's what happens to the Inquisitor's arm. And that was also where we got told, for the very first time, that the next Dragon Age game would be in Tevinter. Alright. So, we're at almost 3 hours. We're going to take a quick break. I'm going to change over the information on the stream. And then we're going to get Fallout 3 going. And it's going to be unmodded, vanilla, and we have all the DLCs. So you don't see it? No, you never see it. There's not a way to see it. And if anyone has a way to see it, it's fan-made. It's not official. But yeah, it's just implied that he takes your arm to save you. So that way you can at least have a little peace before he destroys the world. Alright, so quick break. Let me change everything over and we'll get started on Fallout 3.